taste it.
Gyro switchblade full face helmet that I rarely use. It's just a little much for my riding where I ride, so I'm gonna mount the GoPro right here. Got my tripod set up, got this little ramp that I built. I've rolled up a couple times on it just with my bike just to get to where I need to be. I'm going to roll down this road right here basically, so I have a downhill to it. Got the jump built, nothing big. I think the gap is 12 foot or something like that. There's my landing right here. The material is like shale, it's pretty soft, so I take a few runs at it, see how the landing is. So, and then I did put a little bit of water on this, but it still looks pretty loose and soft. But I'm going to give it a whirl. I want to hit it about 50 times. Let's get some footage, see if I improve on jumps or not. All right, I hope that's catching it. Already realizing is how important approach is. All right, here we go. Didn't know I was going to do so much climbing today. Okay. Another solid landing. Let's check my takeoff and landing marks. So, let's see, my lines are pretty consistent coming down this. Right through here. Seems to be I'm hitting it on the left side for some reason. I don't know why, it's just pulling me that way. And then at last one, I believe I landed like right about here. So that's cool. I think I'm gonna hit it with a little more speed. That seems to be the key. I've been starting from over there, but let's see. There we go. Ah, shit. Okay. My camera's knocked over. A little more speed this time. Okay. Not as good. Not as good. I felt like I really tucked my butt down behind my seat, which does not look good on camera. Looks kind of sketch. So let me try from the spot I was starting on, because kind of got a little loose on that corner turning into the jump. Kind of wish it was more straight on, but really didn't have too many choices of areas like this where I can kind of build that double up. Anyway, less speed, more control. Here we go. Okay, a little better, but that time too. I seem to tuck my butt. Okay. You know what I think is going on is that approach, that corner, right in here. It's getting real loose, so I might have to pick a different line. Yeah, see, something's going on. I seem to be shifting this way now. So let me turn this camera off. Already realizing is how important approach is. It's like if you're set up properly and comfortable right before you hit that jump and you feel good in your approach, that makes a huge difference. So, oh man, I'm learning. All right, this time I'm going to try that stand up to the jump, where you want to be straight up and down pretty much, and you want to really force the front end of your bike into the start of the jump. Like you really want to push against your bike and stand up straight. So I don't know, let's try that. Okay. Oh. All right, here's a side view series of jumps. This one, I think was the previous one, felt really good. Not too much height, but you can see I'm leaning forward. Not too, upright in my body position when I take off. This one, leaning way forward. Don't like that, but it feels safe to me. This one right here, pushing into the jump, taking off. A little more height on that one. Still leaning forward. A couple more jumps really quick. Not to bore you, but you see my body position, how I tuck. That one, not so much. And then this one, just showing the takeoff. And then the last one, look at this. Really tucked. Do not like that. I really pushed into it. Okay. That felt good. The pop felt really good. I don't know how it looked on camera, but it felt good. Felt like I had pop on that one. Taking off from here doesn't make too much of a difference if I take off from up there. So, all right, I'm gonna try standing up again. Body centered. Push into the jump with all my weight as I'm loading into the transition, taking off and popping off that. That seemed to work. Yeah, okay, it works, but I really tucked my back in that time, my butt down. I don't know why I have a tendency to like lean in and like get my body crouched. I'm sure it'll show on the side view. Oh yeah. Okay, so you can hear me celebrating in this jump, but it just doesn't have really good style to me. Just I keep tucking. I don't like that position. That one was a short jump. This is towards the end of the day, and I think I keep just going a little bit short. These are a couple other ones. Okay. But yeah, my posture, it just, when I take off, see how I tuck like that? I do not like that. But it works for me. But I seem to pull up. Well, maybe I'm not pulling up. Maybe that's it. I seem to like get into a crouched position, tuck my body as low as I can to my bike when I'm in the air. I don't know if that's like me feeling like I'm closer to the ground or I'm, preparing for impact or something. I don't know what that is, but it's a bad habit of mine. It just, it works for me, but it doesn't look good. And I can feel myself doing it. It's kind of funky. Okay, I got to stand up more, more erect. Maybe pull up on the bars. Blech. Maybe pull up on the bars a little more after I compress myself into the transition. All right. Practice makes perfect, right? Okay. That time, what did I do there? I brake checked for one. Because it came, you can see, I came a little further outside on my line. It's just for this left line. And that kind of set me up a little wrong. So that time was bad approach. I seem to be shifting to right about here. This is where I'm landing now. So on top of here, when I started, I was landing more or less over here. Now I'm kind of pitching myself this way. So, all about that approach. Try to go wide that time. on the right, or yeah, my right. You can see my line. What do I know? Okay, that time I felt myself. After I pressed into the jump, I'm leaning forward. Bad habit. I gotta like be up like this, upright. Instead, I feel like I'm this. If that makes any sense. Approach felt good though. Okay. Still doing that safety tuck. BS like that. God, I feel like such a sissy. That position just, like, it feels safe. Don't get me wrong. It's not all about how you look, I guess, but for me, I don't know. It's like I'm bracing for impact. Frustrating. It's going to take more than 30 some jumps, I'm sure, just to figure it out. Much higher approach. I've been starting at that shadow, so about 20 more feet. Have time to set up. Okay. Woo, and it's getting hot out here. It's winter time, but it's got to be 70 something. Oh yeah, okay. That felt good. I did that dumb tuck though. I did feel like the takeoff, I really pressed into the transition. I can't talk because these cheek pieces, I'm telling you, this helmet is tight. And I get it, it's supposed to be. It doesn't move around much. It's a good helmet. I just got to break in those cheek sides. Whew. So anyway, that approach felt great. A little more speed. I'll start up in the same spot. I pushed into the transition, like really pushed into it. Popped off. Stand up to the jump. Here we go. Okay, definitely not standing up to the jump like I should be, but I am pressing into the transition. Popping off the top right there. But it looks like I let the bike come up to me instead of standing up. Extend my legs a little bit and my arms and land. Not bad, but not stylish. Whoa, okay. I got loose. I got loose. I felt my back tire come out of place. I don't know. But I felt it. It like kicked my tire to the side. I'm never going to say one more time, or the last one. So let's do a few more. Oh shit, okay. Same thing. You know what's happening? I'm losing traction in that corner. And I know not every jump is going to be set up perfectly for your liking. Nope. Dude, okay. The ground is really loosening up on me. And I cannot get a final approach line. It's just getting real sketchy. Maybe I'll try it a little bit slower this time. Maybe it's just too much speed for this section. So I'm gonna try to stay up on that hard pack. I don't know. Maybe start from where I have been starting in the beginning. Different approach. Oh. That was way too slow, and I cased it. Okay, I can't leave with a case. I gotta do a clean one. Whew. All right, press into the jump, transition, stand up, pop off the top. Good approach. Here we go. Little speed. Okay, I'm done. Calling her quits right there before I get hurt, because yeah, I cased it again, and for some reason I I just heard this shut off. I didn't shut it off. So I started out right up the middle, more or less. Right about here. This is my first 2 jumps. We're over on this side. Then I started progressing. Looks like the middle is most run out. And then I started going over here. And that's when I started casing. Right about here. I've been hitting this. So right in that hole. But I'll be back. I'll look at the footage, see if I changed anything. If one thing I did learn, the approach is very important, to me at least. Pushing into that transition with your front. Like I did it a couple times perfect, like where I was pushing into it and I popped off. I felt it. I felt a couple like solid ones out of like, what, 40 jumps. But this isn't a poppy jump, it's just kind of a cinder. So yeah, we'll look at the footage, see if I learned anything. But yeah, the main takeaway for me was the approach. And once this approach kind of got messed up right here, started getting too soft, that's when I started losing confidence, because I'd come down here, you can see I'm on the outside, same line every time, pretty much within a 2-foot, you know, section. And then right here is where I'm like, whoa, washing out, especially right here. I felt my back tire every time like kick as I try to straighten out. And then that just doesn't give you enough time really to think about it and set up, because you're already like, oh shit. You think about pushing in, popping off. And I just lost it on those last few, so I'm done. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. Ah, shit. Yeah. Whoa. Oh shit, okay. 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 Okay.